welcome everyone for another episode of Bloodborne PvP Talk. And just have a look who we have as our special guest today. Martyrs Brigade. If there is someone watching at the moment and doesn't know who Martyrs Brigade is, he was one of the biggest voices, if not the biggest voice, when it comes to Dark Souls PvP commentaries. He did a lot of different commentaries about Dark Souls 1 back in the days, and he got very known about that. He wasn't around there for Dark Souls 2 for too long because frankly he didn't like the game too much, so he didn't produce a lot of videos on that game, but he's back on Bloodborne now. And to be quite honest, if someone else would have asked me for these duels at the moment, I would have probably said no. But here's the thing, I haven't dueled Martyrs since the Dark Souls 1 times, so it's been a freaking long time when we last met on the battlefield. So yeah, I just couldn't refuse when he contacted me and asked for a set of duels, so we did this, and I got to fight his military veteran build. I don't know the specifics of this build. He uses a lot of different weapons, so I'm guessing it's a quality build. That's only my guess. I know that it's soul level 100, but that's where my knowledge ends. I don't know what strength of gems he's using or anything like that, because we just did these duels. We didn't set any rules for these duels, nothing. We didn't discuss anything before the duels other than, hey, what level you are? I'm level 100. Hey, that's cool, I'm too. So that's only thing we discussed. And then we had these duels, and then we said GG's and left the place. So yeah, he tried to get me on the voice chat, which I unfortunately couldn't do at the moment, which is kind of bummer. It would have been really cool to have that like dual commentary thing out there, but yeah, unfortunately I couldn't use the microphone at the time when we were taking these duels. But yeah, these were some great duels. Like there was some little bit confusion in the first duels when he hosted. He didn't take his health down, but seriously, I didn't blame him for not taking his health down because, as I said, we didn't set any kind of rules for these duels before we did them, so it's kind of understandable. But he took his health down when he hosted on later fights, so it's no biggie. These weren't like serious duels. Like if this would have been like a Juutas must die episode, that is kind of where I aimed the fights to be like super balanced, we would have set a little bit more rules for these fights, but these were just relaxed duels and very good duels, I must say. I had so much fun fighting Martyrs here, and it was so good that he used actually more weapons than one, because me being my boring self, I'm the freaking slowest person on making like new builds, so I used my saw cleaver build again, which you guys are probably super fed up watching at this point. I'm so sorry, but I tried to make it more enjoyable for you guys. I actually changed my armor set for this build, so it looks a little bit different at least, so it's not all the same in every video, but I promise there are more weapons, more builds coming, but some of my builds are just incomplete at the moment, and I have one other build that is actually complete, at least I consider it complete. You know, I don't go for the max gems or anything ever. I cannot fucking be bothered to farm those things. So yeah, I think it's complete. I would say my rifle spear build is complete, but I think I still have a thing or two to learn with that build before I actually take it to like serious set of tools like this. When I say serious, I of course don't mean like serious, but like let's say I don't underestimate someone who has as much experience on Souls games as Martyrs does. So I really don't want to challenge him with something I don't feel that I'm not comfortable with, so to speak. So yeah, that's about that. So yeah, I use my saw cleaver build in here, and these were surprisingly like Sorry, my commentary is stuttering again. Once again, unplanned commentary. These were like super even duels. I didn't count the victories and the losses really, but I think it was pretty much even actually, win and lose wise. I think it was pretty much even. So these were great set of duels. God damn it! You saw there when I missed the repost in there. I hate when that happens. Sometimes when I parry people's running attacks, even though when you get the parry, because of the slight lag that there is, how could I explain this? Well, the character actually runs towards you and then gets parried. So they awkwardly end behind your back. So it's hard to like circle around there on reaction very fast to get that repost. So that was kind of a... God damn it. But hey, that happens. But these were great duels. It was so great dueling Martyrs after like... I bet it's like somewhere around 2 years before we actually dueled last time. It has been a long freaking ass time since we last did fights together. And he was definitely providing me with some enjoyable fights. And it might seem like a very modest compliment, but it's actually one of the biggest compliments I can give in Bloodborne PvP at the moment, are enjoyable fights. Because there are a couple of things that I still like think needs patching, but I don't want to focus on that too much on this video. But yeah, some of the fights that I win out there, I don't enjoy at all at the moment. So yeah, even though I won or lose some of these matches, I still enjoyed every single one of them. So yeah, thank you so much, Martyrs, for these enjoyable fights. It was a really good set of duels. But there were some lag issues. Like, I think in the middle of this video, I think you're going to see a couple of wonky things go down, which shouldn't happen. Hits hitting late and or like connecting late and stuff like that. And I really hope it didn't kill the fights for Martyrs. It surely didn't kill them for me. I had so fun with these fights, even though there were a couple of laggy instances in there. But yeah, I don't know what actually caused that, because usually when dueling in the dungeon, I don't have lag with anyone, basically. So yeah, I don't know what it was, but I hope it wasn't affecting his play too much, or at least on too many fights. But yeah, and yeah, I can see Martyrs is still playing kind of the same kind of game he did on Dark Souls. He learns from his opponents. Actually, sorry if you can hear the ambulance sirens on the background. I don't think the microphone actually picks those, but yeah. Anyways, he usually reads his opponents pretty well. If you repeat the same patterns against Martyrs, he's going to start punishing you on those. And that is very Dark Souls way of play. Sorry. Oh, here's the laggy instance, by the way. There. What the hell was that? I was like, what? That hit came like 3 seconds late. But yeah, he reads me for using the same tactics a little bit too many times in a row, and actually punishes it with a very nice parry later on, which was very nice to see, because usually when you duel in Bloodborne right now, I haven't taken like a long sessions like this with another player for well, I think Turlix is the only one who I have like dueled a lot of times in a row, and then you're starting to like create these kind of you're starting to create patterns, and your opponent is starting to read your patterns, and you're starting to read your opponent's patterns, and you're trying to mix it up more, and you're trying to punish those patterns. And that's the best thing about these long sessions with someone, or like when you're having multiple fights in a row, is that that you're starting to read your opponent, you're starting to figure out what he's going to do next. and that is the most interesting PvP for me at least. And I'm hoping to have more of sessions like these with more players, but at the moment I'm just busy with other videos. I have a couple of videos I'm working on at the moment, and I'm training with rifle spear. I'm very excited to get good with that one. It's a very demanding weapon, by the way, so it takes a little bit more longer time to get used to. But yeah, I'm working on rifle spear at the moment, but I hope I can do more duels with other personalities like this in the future, and it doesn't even have to be an uploader, just someone else, and have like a proper set of duels like these. Because this was very nice to do, and the fights with Turlix were awesome as well. So I think this is the deal to go with. Actually, it was fun thing that we didn't set any rules for these duels, but still not even one of us ever thought about healing. I think that's a Dark Souls thing. I think that comes from Dark Souls, because we are both like familiar what was the, what could I say instead of honor code? Well, it wasn't a thing in Dark Souls to heal when you're dueling with a person you know. It was just out of the question. You didn't freaking heal in a duel. You healed in random invasion, but you never healed in a duel, if it wasn't like specifically said. So it was nice to see here that Martyrs didn't even go for heals. He could have gone to the heals, I could have gone to the heals, but neither of us really did. And I have talked about this before, but I'm not feeling the healing fights anymore. Not my thing, not anymore. When the game launched, I think that it was a thing to go for, but not anymore. It's not something I like too much. So I think these were some awesome fights in here when they weren't laggy. I didn't notice too much laggy instances, but I don't know how it looked on Martyrs' end. But I really enjoyed these fights with Martyrs, and I'm so glad he contacted me. Because, yeah, as I mentioned, it has been a while. And sorry about this commentary being so freaking random again, but that's the deal with this Bloodborne PvP talk episodes. It's just random flow of thought, so I hope it's not too confusing commentary, but yeah, all in all, it was very nice dueling Martyrs here, and yeah, thank you for the duels, man. I really respect you as a player, so it was very fun to have these duels with you, and it was nice that things went so smoothly, even without like setting any kind of like rules for these fights. But yeah, be sure to check out Martyrs' channel as well. I will link it into the video description, so you can check out his commentaries. That's what his main bread and butter is. So yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching, and thank you for Martyrs for these duels. It was great time dueling you, man, and take care.